Yes, hello, welcome to Wembley. The build-up is finally over. It is finally fight night. And by the way, 18 days until Christmas. And I know you're thinking, oh God, that's creeping up quite soon. I haven't got anyone any presents. Don't worry, the presents are all here tonight. The Magnificent Seven return, the main event, unbelievable. Brad Pauls, Denzel Bentley, so much on the line in the middleweight division. And what about this? What about this double trouble that I have with me? I have the Fail twins. I have Ben Fail. Yeah, got that right?
You got that right.
Which makes you Carl Fail. How are you? How are we, gents?
Very good, thank you. How are you doing?
Very good. You were with me yesterday at the weigh-in, and I know you are excited about this. Tell me what you're looking forward to tonight.
I'm looking forward to the whole show, but the main event you can't not talk about, Bentley versus Pauls. I look forward to the whole show. It's great. They're all headline fights.
And Denzel Bentley is very much your man. He is the captain of the Peacock Gym. You guys are in the Peacock Gym. Yep. What have you seen from Denzel in the build-up to this huge fight for him tonight?
I think the biggest thing that we've noticed is his mentality. He's on point, he's focused, he's been putting the work in. But yeah, he doesn't want to lose this fight. He knows it's a must-win fight, and he's putting the work to show for it.
It's a serious fight, because Brad Pauls, right now, he's looking the part. He is the British champion. He beat the man that beat Denzel Bentley in Nathan Heaney. It's a tough fight.
Yeah. Well, styles make fights. Denzel didn't show up that fight, and like Carl said, this is a must-win for him. We've seen the attitude in the gym, and he's always been world level. He boxed for a world title. He's always been world level, but we're only human. People get complacent. I think he has a lot going on at the time, and look, someone else was allowed to be the man for a little bit, but I believe Denzel's now coming back, and he is the man to do the job. He's the man to come get the world title. So I'm looking forward to the show.
You've done a bit of work with of course, Brad Pauls as well. There's going to be people walking in front. They're going to try their best. You might see me flex a little bit.
Probably right behind you.
Yeah. Don't worry, boys. I got this one. But you've done a bit of work as well with Brad Pauls, the British champion. Sparred with him, been around him a little bit. Denzel's got his work cut out.
It's a British domestic dust-up, and it's two of the very best at the top level, and rightly so for these titles that they deserve to be fighting for. And as Frank has repeatedly said, these are going on to world honours, which I feel like the winner deserves to do. Obviously, we're back in Denzel Bentley. We've seen what he can do. We know what he can do. Brad is a very tough test. He's no easy fight. He's coming from small hall shows, so he's going to be giving it everything. He doesn't want to go back to fighting on small hall shows. He wants to prove that he's world level, that he's up there for the best. And I believe you're going to see the best Brad Pauls, which is going to bring the best Denzel Bentley.
Oh, I like that. Come on, you said it all with your chest as well. Good stuff. Well, that's all coming up from 6 o'clock over on TNT Sports. This is a couple of preliminary bouts here. As you can see right now, the full card from 6 o'clock. So much to look forward to. I mean, one of the talking points from yesterday was Lawrence Okolie's weight. I don't know how much scrutiny. I wasn't expecting that level of scrutiny, but a lot of people are talking about Lawrence Okolie weight. We'll talk about that in a sec, but as you can see from this graphic as well, so much coming up. There's the return of David Adelaide against Sol Dacres, English Heavyweight Championship on the line. Royston Barney Smith is back in action tonight as well. Sam Noakes against Ryan Walsh. There's just so much coming up. But let me talk to you a little bit about Lawrence Okolie's weight. What did we think, gents?
I'll let you speak. I won't be diminishing that man.
He's just moved up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to take him time to adjust and get used to being able to eat what you want, being able to fluctuate at what weight. Because as fighters, I know we have to be on a diet. We have to be making weight. We have to cut weight. He's gone from cutting probably a lot of weight now to being told you can weigh whatever you want. Yeah. So I think for any fighter, especially as your first fight back, it's a tough thing to ask. He's probably made some mistakes, and he's going to learn from him. Look, he's a great fighter. There's no doubt he's trained hard. There's no doubt he's ready to fight. But I think he can go to next camp and realise maybe I still have to make some changes, be disciplined in some certain areas.
I wonder what to expect though, because the whole one of the things people say about moving up in weight, generally from cruiserweight to heavyweight, is that those cruiserweights, they carry that speed up and they're faster than everyone. He's only a couple of pounds lighter than his opponent Hussein Muhammad tonight. So does the speed carry at 260 pounds with Lawrence Okolie, or has he got to come down a little bit? This just feeling his way into the division. What do you think, Ben?
This is why the fight's so interesting now, to see the change, because we all seen him at cruiserweight, what he can do, what he brings to the table, but now carrying this extra weight, fighting these bigger boys, you're going to see a different Okolie. It's just what turns up. We know he's going to carry the power, but it's the speed, it's the agility, the stamina. That's what is interesting to us.
Yeah. We go the whole every round with a big guy weighing on him, pushing on him, and putting him under pressure. I think it's a really exciting fight, and I think we're going to see what Lawrence Okolie can do tonight.
Well, the action is going to begin right now on this Queensberry stream. We've got 2 live fights coming up for you. First one is Billy Boom Boom Adams. Let's head over to Thomas Boom Boom Schreiber.
Let's first welcome to the ring, coming to us from Brazil, Juntas de Oliveira.
Last night, actually, I called his fight, and that was an organ-rattling left hook to the body, and Isaac Lowe did exactly the same thing to him, so I'm sure Billy and his team would have done their homework. Nevertheless, he's been in there with some tough kids, some good operators, and he knows his way around that boxing ring.
And now let's welcome to the ring from England, Billy Boom Boom Adams.
And here comes Billy Adams, who is well and truly up for it. He comes from a fighting family, does Billy. Both his dad and his uncles have all been professional fighters in the past. Started training with his father when he was just 5 years old. He's a former Team GB boxer and a senior elite champion, and he would have stuck around the amateurs for a bit longer and gone for the Olympics, but the weight category which he was after just wasn't there, wasn't up for grabs. So that was a big thing in him turning over as a professional, and he made his debut this time last year at the legendary spiritual home of British boxing, York Hall in the East End. He hasn't lost a round yet in his pro career, and this is his second 6-rounder.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oval Arena, Wembley, London, for a great night of professional boxing action, and it is all being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, and Unibet. We get things started with 6 rounds scheduled in the super lightweight division. Our timekeeper is Nick White, and when the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring this contest will be Kieran McCann. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing a black, white, and gold, and weighed in officially at 9 stone 5 pounds. Coming to us from Paraná, Brazil, he brings a professional record consisting of 6 wins, 16 defeats, with 5 of his 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jonatas de Oliveira. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing red with white and weighed in officially at 9 stone, 6 pounds. He had a stellar amateur career and now as a professional is undefeated with 4 victories. Ladies and gentlemen, from Upminster, London, England, here is Billy Boom Boom Adams.
Right, lads, listen up. You both know the rules. You will obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break clean, take a step back, throw no punches. Mind your heads in close, and most importantly, gentlemen, protect yourself at all times, okay? Shake hands.
Well, here we go. 6 3-minute rounds in the super lightweight division here at Wembley Arena. You're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and Ben Fale on co-comms as well. Billy Adams versus Jonatas Oliveira. Adams in the red and white with the white boots, and the man from Brazil, Oliveira, in the black, white and gold. Ben, good to see you. Always nice to be ringside, right?
Always, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I'm always good when I've got a microphone in hand and watching the best sport on the planet. And the doors have just opened here at Wembley, and the noise is obviously coming for Adams, who in that southpaw stance is taking a nice steady approach here as he just tries to control the centre of that ring, work his man out, pop that jab out.
Yeah,
and has already got through with a couple of shots, hasn't he?
Nice, yeah, he's very relaxed, very sharp. He's just working him out, and you can see here he's finding him early. He's a young lad, got great support, as you can hear. Yeah, really sharp, really nice work so far.
Adams nice and smooth with that footwork there as Oliveira just made his way towards him, used his feet to get out of the danger zone, and he comes back with some good punches of his own, and a man from Brazil just urges him to come on.
Doing some really nice work here, touching him up, touching him, then sinking in with the left hand. Good southpaw work, using that jab lovely. Foot on the outside, coming in with a bolo there, really nice. Yeah, lovely.
Solid shots there from Adams, who landed a couple of upstairs and sunk a straight left hand in down to the body.
You can see here he's not getting too carried away either. He's still sticking behind his jab, using his feet.
Referee just warning Adams to not tread on the toes of Oliveira.
Typical southpaw trick there, standing on the foot so they don't move around.
He seems to have gauged that distance.
Lovely.
Just right, Ben.
Yeah, he has, yeah. Like I said, he's coming behind the jab. He's using his feet in his jab lovely, and he's working off that. But he has a tough man in front of him here. These are South Americans. They're not here just to roll over. They come here to test you. They want to see what you got.
They do. I've seen this man in the away corner box on a few occasions. He's quite a regular face on these shores, and he always gives his opponents a tough test, almost always anyway. Nice solid work there from Adams.
Lovely, coming in with a hook to finish it. Nice body shots. Last 10 seconds, Billy's giving a bit of trouble here. He's calling him on though, he wants it.
But that was a well-disciplined opening round there. He could have got carried away when he caught him with some shots, didn't he? But he didn't. He just stayed true to the craft, boxed and did what he knew he needed to do.
Yeah, he's showing real maturity here as a young fighter. I know he's 21. This is his 5th fight now as a professional. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing. He's getting pushed, he's getting tested here, but he's coming through with flying colours.
Is it sometimes quite difficult to not get carried away? You've been there and you've got big support and you land a big shot and then a big shot and the noise and the place goes up. How hard is it to kind of contain those emotions and say to yourself, no, stick to my boxing, I know what I need to do?
Yeah, it's hard, it's hard. Look, but this is where you've got to show your maturity and your experience. I'm guilty of it myself, being catching someone with a shot and then getting carried away. But yeah, Billy showed good experience here, staying behind the jab.
Nicely said. Good opening round there for Billy Adams of Upminster in London. As I said, he's a former Team GB boxer, good friends with Lewis Richardson. Said he took great pride in going out to Paris for the 2024 Olympics and cheering him on to see him win his bronze medal. And like I said in the intro, he would have quite liked to have stayed in the amateurs for a bit longer. He enjoyed it. But here he is in his 5th professional fight at Wembley Arena. Brought some good support along with him. A real sturdy opening round. And he's back to controlling the centre of the ring and controlling the pace of this fight so far.
He's doing some really nice work here. He's coming off the jab, coming in with a bolo. He's catching him every time the opponent throws.
It's a really nice lead uppercut which Adams throws. Goes straight up the middle of the guard. He's caught him with it a couple of times so far.
Nice. You can see here the lads just stepping to him and Billy's stepping back every time. He's keeping his range. The guy wants to try anything. Billy's catching him there in between shots. Lovely.
Good variety of shots here from Adams, who's mixing it up, body and head, head and body. He's not doing anything which is going to get himself worked out anytime soon.
Oh, good body shot there.
As Adams landed that one from a couple of feet at ringside, we heard the man from Brazil just exhale a big lungful of breath, so that one definitely got through. And there's another one. That's his favourite shot, I think.
Yeah, you can see like, he's complaining here. He's catching him. He's getting hurt. He's feeling them body shots now.
Nice lead uppercut and followed up with a straight left hand, and Adams smells blood here as he got his man on the ropes, and Oliveira knew he was in a spot of trouble because he grabbed hold of him. The referee just having a chat with Adams. Good jab there. That jab's worked well for him so far, hasn't it, Ben?
Yeah, setting all these other shots up, working off that jab. Really nice. And he's mixing the power up on it as well, and that's very important. Mixing the speed and power. Yeah, it's working some really nice work here.
A lovely flurry of punches upstairs and then sunk one in downstairs afterwards. This is really fantastic boxing from Billy Adams.
You're looking at a high level of boxing here, you know, mixing the shots, mixing the power, not getting carried away. Some really nice work.
I tell you what, for someone who's only in his 5th professional fight, and I guess this is where that amateur pedigree comes in, he doesn't look like he's in his 5th professional fight, does he? It's a very mature, very disciplined performance.
Yeah, you're right. At only 21, 5 professional fights, he's obviously got his head screwed on. He's always in the gym. He's always training us. I watch a lot of his stuff. Yeah, he's a real talent coming through, and he's still got all the time in the world. There's no rushing.
He is. He's exceptionally dedicated to his craft. He said that he went out to New York for about a month in the fight before his last one to just go out there and get some sparring, just go and soak up the knowledge from coaches and other people in there. Are some real tough 16-0, 17-0 tough New Yorkers and other fighters across America, and something which he's quite keen to continue doing in his pro career. He knows how important learning is, but not only learning, but putting it into action. And here we go in round 3 of this one, scheduled for 6.
What you were saying there about going to New York, he has put himself in an uncomfortable position, out of comfort zone. He's gone abroad, he's got no choice who he's sparring. He's sparring top level lads, and you can see it here in his performance that he's pushing himself.
He is, and the accuracy is very good. There hasn't been that many shots which haven't got through. He's landing a lot here. Probably 7 out of the 10 shots which he's throwing are getting through, whether that's to the body or going through the middle of the guard or sneaking around the back of the gloves. He's got a high guard, has Oliveira.
You'll find with these Colombians, they have the toughness, the gritness in there. They have a good defence, you know. I think he's getting a bit eager with them body shots.
A couple of times that the ref just had to have a quiet word with Adams, who's boxing nicely out of that southpaw stance and puts together a lovely couple of straight shots and quite often finishes it with that lead uppercut, and it comes out of nowhere and he drives it up and pushes the head back of his opponent.
Yeah, he's not there just to tap away, he's there to put his punches through his opponent's face. He wants to just be careful he doesn't get too carried away. He wants to stick to the jab, stick to his boxing and not try to go too crazy.
Sneaky lead hook just came through and Adams smiles at him to say, yeah, you caught me with that one, but here's a couple back as he finds himself in the corner, and Adams lets go a flurry of punches, both head and body. But Oliveira is an experienced campaigner. He knows how to ride those type of shots and get himself out of the danger zone when he needs to do so. And Adams sinks in yet again another decent shot with his left hand to the body. But he looks like he's enjoying himself, Ben, because there's a big smile on his face.
Yeah, he knows he's getting to him. The guy's complaining non-stop. You can see he's getting to him, he's catching him, he's hurting him. Like you said, he's really enjoying being in there at the minute.
Lovely straight left hand from Adams. He's landed that plenty of times. And he's got his man just where he wants him, just where he needs him on the ropes. But it's about keeping him there, which is one of the toughest things to do, because he knows he's an escape artist, is the Brazilian. Another solid round.
Very good round, very good round.
What he's doing, Adams, in my opinion, is he's constantly doing something at all times. He's either moving his feet, he's either feinting with his hands, or he's throwing shots. He's just basically giving his opponent so much to think about, physically, mentally, defensively. Like his mind just must be going crazy, thinking, how do I get in it? Because he hasn't found a way yet, really, has he?
No, he hasn't found a way. Because that's down to Billy's good work. He's changing everything up. He's changing all his punch up, his footwork up, his feints. When he's catching him, he's putting some work together. He's doing really, really nice work here. And he's sticking behind the jab. That's what I like to see. Joe, these young lads, sometimes when they get in trouble, they get carried away. I've been there, I've done it. So, yeah, he's doing some real nice work here.
Seconds out, round 4.
Round 4, here we go. Billy Adams in his 5th professional fight against Brazil's Jontas Oliveira. Doing well so far. If you've just joined us, you're joined by myself, Darren Rees, and Ben Fale for the couple of prelim fights that we've got before we go live on TNT Sports later on at 6 p.m. And a bumper card tonight, topped by Denzel Bentley and Brad Pauls. What a fight that's going to be. But back to the action we've got in front of us in the ring. Adams just moving forward in that southpaw stance, digging his toes into the canvas and really letting them shots go. Every shot has got some venom behind it.
Yeah, he wants to hurt the kid. You can see he's getting to him now. Yeah, he's putting his shots together lovely. And he really wants to hurt him with them shots. But like we know, these lads, they're not going to go anywhere. They'll be here for the whole 6 rounds.
Remarkable, some of these away corner fighters. They really are incredible, tough as they come.
Real nice body work there.
Lovely lead hook, just snuck under the left elbow. Sunk that one in beautifully.
Billy's doing exactly what a good southpaw should be doing, staying on the outside, coming in with a lead, left hooks. Yeah, left hooks. Lovely.
When Adams chucks those body shots in, he really does throw them as well. He whips them right in, and you can just see
again,
from a couple of feet away that the Brazilian is just starting to redden around the sides, and I'm hardly surprised because he has taken a handful of them. And Adams is relentless.
He's really getting to him this round. You can see the guy's opening up. He's trying to throw a few back, but he's just getting caught with every time he throws. Billy's now changing the angles. He's switching around. He's doing some really nice work.
Nice work on the inside from Adams, who throws 3 or 4 shot combination, then just changes the angle, gets himself off of that line. Well, I hope you're enjoying this one. We certainly are. Massive card tonight, as we said, topped by Brad Pauls and Denzel Bentley, 2 fantastic fighters who will top the bill. Pierce O'Leary coming up next. Then you've got Sean Noakes and Sam Noakes, the 2 brothers. Solomon Dakers, David Adelaide. The card is properly packed. And it's all live at 6 p.m. on TNT Sports 2, so make sure you tune into that after we finish with these couple of prelim fights.
10 seconds. Seconds out, round 5.
The penultimate round of this 6th rounder. Billy Adams in a good place, not only in this fight, but in his career early on. He said that he met with Frank Warren and the Queensberry lot and just said everything just felt so right. It all clicked into place, something which I'm sure you can relate to.
Yeah, definitely. Queensberry, they got a great stable here. They're a great team. Frank's a pleasure to work with. Yeah, he does everything he says, especially as a fighter. You want to leave the promoting and the managing down to them, and you just want to fight. So that's exactly what you get with Queensberry.
Indeed, and here we find Billy Adams performing really well, doing everything he said that he would. Picking his shots nicely. The variation of shots have been fantastic tonight.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with his variation, his body work, and as well sticking to the jab. As a southpaw, obviously, that's very important. He's catching some nice lefts there as well.
He caught Oliveira with a couple of straight left hands there. And I always find when you get fighters, when they kind of acknowledge it or pretend that it didn't hurt them and wave you on, that it did hurt them, didn't it?
Yeah. That's the only time you know you've hurt someone, because they've got a great poker face, if anything. But when they tell you that it hasn't, that means it definitely has.
I was speaking to Nathaniel Collins yesterday, and that's exactly what he said as well. He said when they do that, he goes, that's when I smell the blood and I jump on them.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bit of a conversation going on in the middle of that ring.
Yeah, this guy's taking a bad beating now. Billy's really stepping to him this round.
He is, and these are good shots, but a decent one comes back from the man from Brazil. And Adams just needs to stick to his boxing, keep that distance control.
Ref's having a really good look at his opponent there. You can see he's taking a lot of shots, he's taking a lot of punishment.
Lovely work there from Adams.
And Billy's doing it perfect.
Really nice screw shot which finished off that combination. And Oliveira grabbed hold of him, and that is a sign that he was a little bit hurt there. The referee just sending Adams to the neutral corner and asking the doctor just to come up and have a look. He has taken a fair few shots, and that is the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think he's got some damage to his right eye. I'm not sure if it was a punch or a head clash, but he's not happy about it either way.
Oliveira just shaking his head. He wasn't happy with that, but the referee's job is to keep the fight going, keep it flowing to the rules, but most importantly, keep both of them safe.
Billy is a man on a mission tonight.
He really wants that stoppage, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
He's got the bit between his teeth. I'm sure in every fight you want to get the job done early doors, don't you? But there's something about him tonight where he's got the ump, hasn't he? He's up for it.
Yeah. He looks. That's exactly how he looks like. This guy's. He's really got the ump. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to his last round because I think you're going to see Billy come out and go guns blazing.
What do you think he's learnt from this fight so far when he sits back and watches it in a couple of days' time? There's 5 rounds which have gone by there. What sort of stuff do you think he's done well, and maybe something else that he might be able to improve on, in your opinion, as a fighter?
In my opinion, as a southpaw and as a fighter, I think he's doing some really nice work off the jab. He's coming in with a bolo. The lead hook is working lovely, and I think he's realising that and understanding all of that. So I think to take any negative away from it, I'll have to see this last round. But at the minute, he ain't really been hit. It's a punch-perfect performance, in my opinion.
Well, there you go. Full marks from one fighter to another as we go into the 6th and final round of this one in the super lightweight division. Billy Adams of London has boxed brilliantly in all 5 of the rounds so far. Every shot has been unforgiving and has some venom in it. He's dished out some punishment, and he showed us his boxing ability and skills, which we knew he had, but he seems to have just levelled up this performance a little bit more than he did last time, and that's a good sign because it shows and means that he's progressing in the right way, in the right direction.
And that's what these fighters will bring out of you, because he's gave this kid a bad beating tonight, and I'm not sure many lads can take a beating like this, but that's what you get with these South Americans. They come and they're tough, and they'll take all the shots in the book.
Is it sometimes disheartening when you hit them with everything in the kitchen sink and they still are just standing there, or do you just have to appreciate how tough they are?
I enjoy it. I appreciate it. I think I just boxed 2 weeks ago, and I boxed a tough Bulgarian, and he took all the shots. And by the 5th, 6th round, I was thinking, yeah, these guys, they're in there. They're not just in there to roll over and get paid. They're fighting men, and you have to respect it.
And a lot of the time they're out every single week, which is incredible. Some of these, really busy away corner fighters. And Oliveira, again, is just trying to wave Billy Adams to come towards him. I don't know how much deep down he really does want him to come towards him, because the sound of those punches, I'd want him to be going the opposite direction if it was me.
Yeah, you can see it. He's terrified to throw. Billy's giving him all the work in the world. He's doing some really nice work in last round, yeah. Lovely.
Nice change of the angle there from Adams, and he's just got his man on the ropes again. But he just can't keep him in the right place for the right amount of time. And Oliveira just coming back with a couple of shots of his own, neither of them landing.
Seeing some nice long work from Billy here. Caught up with a nice straight backhand. Rocked him back to the ropes and gave him all the shots in the book, and the guy was ducking and diving.
Really nice work there from Adams as he just touched upstairs and then sunk that left hand straight into the torso. Last 10 seconds, he'll be looking to finish strong, and Oliveira doing a bit of showboating himself. Not that he's in any way cruising towards any form of victory. That's most definitely going the way of London's Billy Adams, who put on a good, mature, well-disciplined performance and showed us, you at home, and those who paid good money in their seats at Wembley Arena what you're going to get when you see him on a fight schedule in the future.
Great boxing performance from Billy there. Great performance.
He's the sort of fighter that you watch, you'll see on a poster, and that'll catch your eye now, won't it? Because you'll know you're going to get value for money when you see him.
Oh yeah, I'll be tuning into the next fight for sure. Great fight.
Well, Thomas Triber has got the referee's score, so we'll head over to him now, and he can tell us exactly what it is.
Billy Boom Boom Adams now moves to 5-0. We're going to try and grab Billy Adams for a chat quickly. I think he's going to come and join us. But we've got doctors walking out in front. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you what though, Billy Adams doesn't need a doctor. That was fantastic. That was 5-0 now, unbeaten. And we've had Boom Boom, and very shortly we will have Big Bang. We're going to keep things moving here. As soon as we can grab Billy Adams, we'll have that chat with him. One more fight remains on the Queensberry live stream, which will be Pierce O'Leary, one of the leading super lightweight contenders in the world, looking to maintain his unbeaten record. And he gets a bit of action tonight ahead of a big 2025. He is the mandatory for the European Super Lightweight Championship, recently vacated by Adam Azim. Well, Billy Boom Boom Adams is making his way. Billy Boom Boom Adams, jump in here. You're not taking a mic. Listen, but you didn't really take any shots. That was a good performance. How'd you feel?
Yeah, good. Yeah, like it's my 5th fight. It was the first year as a pro. I fought tough men throughout the year, and that was another example of that. I had to break him down, listen to my corner, but yeah, all went to plan.
This is all going to plan so far. 21 years old, 5-0 now. Are you happy with how everything's progressing?
Yeah, I think I'm adapting more now. If you look at my first fight and you look at this fight, I'm sort of going into the rounds better. I've got a big engine, as you see there. I can get going. So, like I say, I've got massive support behind me, so I can't ask for no better.
That support is crazy, by the way. I could barely hear myself think as well. But why are so many behind Boom Boom?
I don't know. It's like I say, they've been with me since the start. Like you say, it's the first one on the show, and the place is absolutely rammed. So I can't thank everyone enough. Like you're saying, if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here now. So I want to thank everyone who's bought a ticket and everyone who's behind me and supporting me.
Billy Boom Boom Adams, congratulations, 5-0, big 2025 coming up for you, sir.
Massive, mate. Same, mate. Yeah, that's it. Nice.
Cheers. Let's head over to our MC, Mr. Thomas Triber.
Let's continue, and first welcome to the ring, coming to us from Uruguay, Jose Edgardo Perdomo.
Well, welcome back to ringside. I was just joined by Ben Fale, now joined by twin brother Carl Fale, but a man making his way to the ring, Jose Perdomo, coming in with a winning record with 6 wins, 2 defeats, 3 out of his first 4 fights were won within the distance, and it's said that he can bang a bit. He's only lost to good, unbeaten and established fighters, And to be honest, in his last fight, he was unlucky not to get the decision. So, a fairly decent operator.
And now let's welcome to the ring from Ireland, the undefeated, Here's Big Bang O'Leary.
And here comes Big Bang Pierce O'Leary. If you've not seen him before, don't blink. This kid is really, really talented. 15 wins, no draws, no losses. He's been a pro since 2019. Since then, he's racked up 15, not just decent wins, some proper solid wins they were too, against very good opponents on shows across the UK. Last time out, he boxed Dara Foley on a show in Belfast, live on TNT Sports. And even more unbelievably, with how good he was on that night, he had food poisoning 24 hours before and still put on one heck of a performance. He is a great fighter, and you're just about to see that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds, and it is an international super lightweight contest. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, and Unibet. Our timekeeper is Stephen Pucci, and when the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring the contest will be Mark Bates. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing purple trunks and weighed in officially at 10 stone, 6 pounds. Coming to us from Las Piedras, Uruguay, he is representing Team Ignacy and brings a professional record of 6 wins, 2 defeats, with 3 of his 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jose Edgardo Perdomo. And his opponent across the ring fighting tonight, out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing black trunks and weighing in officially at 10 stone, 5 pounds. Hailing from Dublin, Ireland, he is undefeated with 15 wins. 8 of his 15 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the current WBC International Super Lightweight Champion, Pierce Big Bang O'Leary.
Well, here we go. Bout number 2 of the evening. Jose Edgardo Perdomo in the silver and pink shorts with the long white socks and white boots. Boxing out of Uruguay. And the very talented Pierce O'Leary of Dublin in the black shorts with the Irish flag on the side with the black boots. Just getting straight to business, stabbing that body in the orthodox stance with that lethal jab of his. Carl, always good to see you, especially when it's near a boxing ring. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. I was just about to say with Pierce O'Leary, I think it's a brilliant start to the round with his just establishing his jab, going to the head and body. Straight away you can see he means fireworks. He's coming out throwing the big shots. but I think it's very impressive. He's come out on his jab first. He ain't rushing it. I think this is guaranteed to end one way.
I think that will be the mindset of Pierce O'Leary as well, who's just stalking his man around this boxing ring in the centre of Wembley Arena here in London.
There's something about him that just looks so composed. Even when he's in the midst of the fire, he don't look. He looks sort of at home there, like he's ready to go at any moment. Great body work.
Nice body shots there. Just set them up with a jab upstairs, and 2 or 3 shots went down to the body. Nice and relaxed and composed is O'Leary.
This is no idiot in front of him either. This guy, I've seen he's beat a couple of undefeated fighters, so he's not here to lose. If he can take this win today, I think he's definitely gonna give it his best.
O'Leary just mixed it up there through the left hook to the body and then turned it over upstairs. Both of those shots got through. And Perdomo of Uruguay does seem to be on his bike a little bit here on the back foot. That would show that he's probably felt a little bit of the power so far, and I don't think O'Leary's really got out of first gear, if we're being truthful.
Nice, good use of the feints there. I think he's just got to try to keep his range now. I think if he can keep his range behind that jab, I think the big shot's going to come. Oh, good body work.
Good work from O'Leary. Can he keep his man there for the time required to dish out some more punishment? But as you said, he's a good operator. He's the man from Uruguay, Perdomo, and he will get out of there at every opportunity if he senses danger.
Oh, just lands a sneaky little jab at the end of the round there.
But nice and relaxed was O'Leary, wasn't he? There was no rushing his work in any way. It was just going through the motions, getting his shots off, just feeling out the gloves almost, wasn't he?
That's it, it's the first round. He ain't got a rush. He knows he has power in both hands, so he can. I think it'd be good for him to get some rounds in today, because if this guy's as tough as we think he could be. Look, I think Pierce O'Leary is one of his challenges in his career is going to be getting these big fights. I think once he grabs his first title, then he can really start pushing on.
Fascinating character is O'Leary. I spent a bit of time with him before that fight in Belfast at the SSE Arena, and I'd never met him before, and we shared a car back to the airport after the press conference, and so softly spoken, just real nice nature around him, and then he gets in the boxing ring, and my goodness does he switch.
Yeah, I think that's you ain't got to be a violent man outside the ring. It's when you're in the ring that matters, and he is for sure a violent man in the ring.
That last bout was truly fantastic. It was so entertaining. There wasn't an eyeball in the arena which wasn't staring at the ring. And again, he approaches this round in the same way as he did with the first round, but maybe ever so slightly, just putting his foot on the gas a tiny bit more. And I guess we'll see a bit more of that as the rounds go by.
Yeah, he's starting to put his punches together now. Nice. Ooh. Good, very good head movement for O'Leary there.
O'Leary just setting that shot up with a jab. Not for a moment is O'Leary getting carried away. I think in his head he knows exactly what he wants to do in these 6 rounds. If it goes the full 6 rounds, and he's just going through the motions. 8 rounds, apologies.
It's nice. I think if he keeps his range, keeps working behind that jab, I think the shots will come. I think the worst thing he can do is go for them big power shots early and sort of let this guy get used to the power. I think if he keeps mixing it up, keeps working behind the jab, this guy is in for a tough night. Oh, it's that little nick.
O'Leary looks like he's picked up a small cut on the left brow.
I think what's so impressive about O'Leary is obviously he has big power in both hands, but it's his feet, his jab, it's all the other things that set up these big devastating knockouts. It's very calm in there, not in a rush.
No, he just looks satisfied there as he just walks back to the corner. He's trained by Joe McNally. He had a very busy evening last night. Was up at a show and he had about 4 or 5 fighters on a show in Liverpool. Fantastic trainer, great team around him. And they always say that success breeds success. And when you surround yourself by good fighters, you're always learning from each other, aren't you?
100%. Just ourselves, we're lucky to be around the Peacocks and around someone like Denzel Bentley, who is topping the bill tonight. Who is, yeah, look, it's a great 50-50 fight. Like every fight on the show, to be honest.
Do you think we're going to start seeing O'Leary just step on the gas a little bit, or can you expect him to just want to get the rounds in and go for the motions? And he's obviously trying things out, which he's been working on in the gym with Joe and all the rest of the team, isn't he?
Yeah, of course. It's only we're going into round 3 now, so it's very early in the fight. 8 rounds is a long night's work for him, so I think if he just carries on working on the jab, the shots are there, they're going to come. He doesn't have to rush. He knows he has the power to stop him. Nice jab, nice feet.
Bit of an attack back from the man from Uruguay, Perdomo.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a little go at the moment, but I feel like that's probably the worst thing he could do is that's when Pierce O'Leary can really capitalise on the opportunity, is when he opens up.
Referee Mark Bates hasn't had much to do so far. It's been a clean and steady fight. Oh, brilliant left hook there by Pierce O'Leary. This is exactly what he does. His timing is just perfect almost every single time. He looks for the shot. Well, sometimes he doesn't even look for the shot. He just finds the shot. And we hope that the Uruguayan is okay, because that was a heavy knockdown. It was a lead hook and he just fell like somebody who'd had their legs taken away from them and head-butted the canvas. Perfect timing.
Well, and that's exactly what he can do. No rush in there, behind the jab, waiting for the shot and capitalise on the opportunity. Devastating.
Do you think where we saw that real kind of relaxed, slow, steady pace, that he was just waiting for that opportunity? He could see some openings. He could see that there was an opportunity coming up, and then boom, released.
Again, yeah, like I said earlier, it was almost like when his opponent had started building a bit of momentum, started letting his hands go, that's when Pierce O'Leary took the opportunity and capitalised and done a brilliant counter hook there, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
Now there'll be many people watching back in Ireland who would have enjoyed watching Pierce O'Leary move to 16-0, especially the Conlan brothers. I was speaking to Jamie Conlan yesterday over social media. He was just saying what a special fighter O'Leary is. Lots of good people saying plenty of good things about this young man. And maybe if you hadn't seen him before and you just saw that slow start, And the intro which I gave him, you might have been thinking, what are these guys talking about? But it came. And that's exactly what he does. Well, Jose Edgardo Perdomo, the man from Uruguay, he's looking okay. The oxygen's on him. The doctor's with him. He's in the right company there, and he's back up on his feet, which is always a good thing to see. But I think Thomas Treiber is ready to give us the official time of the stoppage, so we will head over to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 6 seconds of round number 3. Our referee Mark Bates waves it off. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Pierce Big Bang O'Leary.
Well, we see lots of fighters when we work in boxing and are surrounded by fighters in the gym like you are.
For Jose Perdomo.
What is it about some fighters which makes them a little bit different to others and makes them special? You must have noticed it when you've been around people over the years. You've been in the game a long time.
I have, yeah. And it's almost their aura, their attitude. I think that goes into all aspects in their discipline, in the way they fight, how bad they want it. You can see in Pierce O'Leary, he's moved over to England, trained for these fights. He's in camp over up in Liverpool, I believe, and he really does give it 100%. He's sacrificed a lot. He's probably missing out on his family, and yeah, a brilliant fighter.
He's certainly dedicated to the craft. Like you say, the fact that he leaves his family and friends in Ireland to go and take training camp very seriously each and every time, and then he delivers performances like that over and over again. A very impressive individual, and he joins Dev now, so we'll catch a word of him.
Thank you, Darren. Oh my goodness me, Pierce Big Bang O'Leary, that is why they call you Big Bang.
Absolutely, 100%. Never knew what Big Bang was, but look, the power was there, but it's more so about the IQ and the timing. That was the biggest one there.
You don't even seem that impressed with yourself. It's like you just do that all the time. This is just second nature to you, right?
I walk my arse up in the gym day in, day out, and I don't expect nothing less.
Let's bring in Deck. What did you think? I mean, this is what we expect, right?
Yeah, you know, when he prepares the way he prepares in the gym, the hours and effort he puts in, it's not a shock. He does do this week in, week out. He's got top quality sparring, learning off the best in the game, and that's a true testament of the ability of Pierce O'Leary. I've been preaching it since I've been working with the man. He can be the future of the 140-pound division in world boxing, and not only competing with the Devon Haney's of the world, but getting that same job done also.
100% Pierce, and also, listen, there's been pullouts. This hasn't been ideal tonight. This is a late replacement opponent that's come in. You've had to keep yourself focused on the job, but when you do that, that's just exactly what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the last 8-10 days, 5 opponents pulled out without I had no idea about my coach and my management kept it under control, and I kept focus, and they told me afterwards when we got something nailed in. 60 hours ago, we didn't know whether I was going to be fighting or not, but as a true professional, stuck to me nutrition, kept me weight down below, and that's what we done then tonight. We got the fight, and then went down and put a spectacular performance on.
Did you know as soon as you landed that was it?
Yeah, 100%. I heard him hit the ground before I saw him.
Listen, you are the mandatory for the EBU European Super Lightweight Championship, recently vacated by Adam Azim. 2025 is going to be a big year for Pierce O'Leary. Are you expecting to go belt collecting next year?
That's the plan. That's Joe's plan as well. So that's what we're after.
And if it was any other super lightweight in the world tonight in there with you, let's say John Fernandez, who apparently should be fighting you for this vacant title, what would happen?
Same thing, exact same thing. Don't see it going any other way.
You've got all the confidence in the world in this man.
Yeah, you know, look, he's been nominated to fight John Fernandez, a known puncher from Spain. You know, Michael Oliveira got the job done on him. He was meant to fight Dalton Smith for Adam Azim's vacant European. For whatever reasons, Dalton and his dad took the fight. I don't know whether he's injured. But look, he's a puncher, but so is this man. But he's more than a puncher. He's got all-round ability. He can box, he can counter-punch, fight inside. There's nothing he can't do, and I'm super confident in the fight. I love it to happen in his own city of Dublin, take it home to his own people, put a big show on there, and then push on from there then for major championships.
Well, Pierce, you've ended the year with a big bang. What is your message to the 140-pound division tonight?
I'm the shark next year. Watch out.
Congratulations. Well done. Well done, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, that was Big Bang. Pierce O'Leary. Let's bring the fails back in. Yeah, there's no failing tonight apart from right here. Gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about what we just saw. Pierce O'Leary, that was pretty good, right?
Wow, look, we're lucky enough to be ringside, and it was, I'll tell you myself, it was devastating. The power he possesses is special. But look, it was great to watch, but just because from the first round he took his time, you could see he weren't in a rush. He knows what he can do, he knows the power he possesses. So he was very calm, very calculated, he worked off his jab. I was very impressed.
Ben, presumably you too were impressed with the Big Bang?
Yeah, no, he's very calm and calculated. He took his time, knew what he was doing. It was like he almost knew that he was going to knock him out halfway through that round. And yeah, it was a very good shot and a very good knockout.
Well, also, we had Billy Adams at the start. I think you were commentating on that one, Ben. A southpaw as well, so I think you affiliated with him a little bit more, so it's easier to commentate. What did you make of Billy Adams?
I thought it was close to a punch-perfect performance. These guys aren't easy that you get in with, these South Americans. They're there to cause you a bit of trouble, to be tough, take all the shots, and I thought his shot selection was beautiful. I thought he boxed lovely behind the jab when he had to, and when he hurt him, he really tried to stop him. The guy was just a bit too tough to stop, but anyone else in there, I think Billy would have got him out of there.
I agree with you, completely agree with you. He's just 21 years old, by the way, Billy Adams. Let's talk a little bit about tonight. We've got a few minutes here where we can chat about it. 6 o'clock, of course, will be live on TNT Sports. But the fight that we didn't speak about earlier was Sold Acres against David Adelaide. Now, it's been in the making for some time, Carl. It's finally here. Are you as excited as me, or am I just too hyped up?
I'm very excited. It's definitely been built up. Look, it's a long time coming for the pair of them. I feel like Solomon deserves a shot. David Adley coming off a loss. He's a great fighter. They both deserve to be in there. It's a boxer versus puncher. I think it's a special fight.
Are you seeing this as a boxer versus puncher? Does that happen in the heavyweight division?
It wouldn't be funny if you come out and started going behind the double jab. But look, yeah, I think what Carl means is that Adley's got all the power, where Dakers is a great boxer for a heavyweight and doesn't go for the knockout as much as Adelaide. But even one of them at heavyweight can get knocked out. Obviously, you're going to put your money on Adelaide to knock Dakers out. But it's a great fight. That's why Carl says it is a great fight, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Just a note on that, this is David Adelaide's first fight back since he's got stopped by Fabio Wardley, which was about 14 months ago. You'd forgive him for taking an easier fight. It's quite a surprising fight to take.
I don't think he needs to. What's the point of going backwards now? He wants these big fights. He wants to be in these big arenas, big venues, big fights, big titles. He wants to go forward. So him going backwards, I see why he's taking this fight straight off. It makes sense.
Well, he had the didn't he, that he weren't main event. I seen him at the press and he went, "Oh, I'm not main event. I don't need to sell the." But look, like Carl said, what's the point of stepping down? I didn't know he was only 28. At 28, such a young age, to take for a heavyweight, taking a big fight in his last fight with Fabio, then straight into another big fight. These are the fights that you live for as a boxer, especially a British boxer. Two British fighters having a big dust up. These are the fights you live for.
fight that, you know, I'm too hyped about this card. I admit it. I'm very excited about this. A fight that I'm living for tonight is Sam Noakes against Ryan Walsh. Ryan Walsh, we talked about it yesterday, fellas. He's got this aura about him. He won't be deterred. He won't be told no. He just keeps proving everyone wrong.
Yeah, exactly that. Look, he's said it himself. He's willing to die in that ring. So you can only expect one thing from him, and he's going to come out there. He's going to look for blood. We all know what Sam Noakes can do. He's got big power. He's a great boxer. I feel like with Pierce O'Leary again, everyone just talks about their power, but their shot selection, the way they set up the big shots, that's what's most impressive about it from a boxer's perspective. The way they conduct themselves in the ring to set up them power shots. Again, with Sam, his ability is massive. I know him from the amateurs, the way he come through, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
And there's also Matthew Rennie, a guy that you both know, challenging for the English Welterweight Championship against Sam Noakes' brother, Sean Noakes. That's an interesting one.
Interesting one. Again, it's a boxer versus a bit of a puncher. This is all on how Sean can cut the ring off, work out Rennie as quick as he can, because Rennie's an awkward switch hitting boxer. Sean's got to break the ring down and cut him off and make it a really small, horrible place in there for him.
So, the two brothers on the same show, something you've done before as well. Tell me a little bit about your experience of fighting on the same show. Does it feel different? Does it have an impact on how you perform? You tell me.
No, it's tough. It is tough. Ben was on first, so I went out and watched him.
Wouldn't recommend that.
I wouldn't recommend it. You have to sort of be. It's a selfish game, boxing. It's a very selfish game, so you have to think of yourself. Hindsight, I should have stayed backstage. But look, I can't speak for them, but just from my self-experience, it's tunnel vision. You got to focus on yourself and sort of block out the distractions.
Interesting. Do you think we'll see Sam Noakes come and watch Sean Noakes or no?
You're going to see them both. They're on their own mission tonight. I think they're both going to be focused. They've got two hard opponents in front of them, two tough contests coming up. I think they're both going to be focused on their own fight tonight, and you're going to see both two good performances from the Noak brothers.
And then if you go back to that changing room with a win, even like a big knockout win, that lifts everything, right, fellas?
Of course. It's, again though, it's win or lose, the other brother has to stay focused. He has to stay determined on his job. He knows what he has to do, and again, maybe have to block out and celebrate after.
Because sometimes it can be draining. Do you know, like if Sean's on first, right? So if Sean gets a big knockout, big performance, goes back, hypes Sam up too much, he can be drained before his fight starts. So he's got to make sure that he now stays calm, relaxed, and doesn't even think. As hard as it's going to be, he can't even think about Sean's fight.
Big night coming up. Ben Fale, got it right? Yep. Got it right?
We switched as well. Switched.
Have you switched? You swapped all clothes and everything. Thank you so much, Carl Fale. Thank you so much. You've both been brilliant tonight. Well done on the commentary and everything. And thank you. That is the prelims all done. Now we head over to TNT Sports, 6 o'clock, the Magnificent 7. All the talking's done. Just go over and enjoy it.